What if I told you that this will be useless in the next 50 years? You're probably like,
What the hell are you talking about?
let me explain. Let's first establish what money actually is. Money, at its core, is a resource due to the fact we all agreed to use it as a means to establish value. Before money existed, people would leverage basic necessities. Things like wheat, gold, and even lumber. However, in order for something to stay valuable, people have to trust that the resource being leveraged is actually valuable and will remain valuable long enough for them to redeem it in the future. Eventually, we changed our trust from trusting something to trusting someone. You're probably like, let me explain. Over time, people found it annoying to walk around carrying giant bars of gold and other means of money. So the bank or government would offer to take their possessions and in exchange give them a receipt, which we call bills, equal to the value of their possessions. Not only were the pieces of paper much easier to carry, they would allow you to buy things like a gallon of water for $1 or $2, instead of being forced to cut your gold bars down to the value in which you both agreed on. And for whatever reason, if you wanted your gold back, you always had the ability to go to the bank and exchange your bills for equal value in gold bars. But this bond between paper receipts and the gold it stood for was eventually broken. Eventually, governments took over the financial system and told their people that governments would be responsible for dictating the value of their paper money. Basically, they said, let's just forget about the gold and trade paper instead. So people began to trade with receipts backed by nothing other than the government's promise. Now, you might be asking,
How the hell did this even work?
well, to make it short, even though there was nothing backing the paper money, people trusted their government, thus creating fiat money. Fiat is a Latin word that means by decree, meaning those paper receipts, whether it be the dollar, the euro, or whatever form of currency, has value because the government orders it to. Long story short, deeming it legal tender, or forms of payment that must be accepted if offered.
So, what does this mean?
It means that the value of today's money actually comes from a central authority, which caused us to go from trusting in something to trusting in someone. In this case, the government.